So hello and welcome to my first ever video diary. In fact, I've never even used a webcam before, but I'm doing so now because I'm about to do something this weekend that I'm excited about, something that I'm really hoping is going to change my life in a very positive way. And because of that, I want to chronicle this event. And to do that, I need to start before it happens and talk about what it is I'm doing and what I hope to get out of it so that later I can report back and tell you how things went. The thing that I'm doing is the Landmark Forum, which, if you don't know, is a 3.5 day, very intensive personal development workshop, you could say. Forum is not without controversy. People either love it or they hate it, it seems. People will either tell you it is the best thing that any person can do for themselves and that it helps you to really access your authentic self and get rid of emotional baggage that you might not even realize that you have that's interfering with relationships and communication. Or people will tell you that it's a cult that costs a lot of money and makes big promises and preys on emotionally vulnerable people with the promise of change. I know several people that have done the forum. They've had mostly positive things to say. And because I know them and respect them, I am willing to go with what they say about it, which is that it could be a really positive thing for me to do. So why am I doing the forum? What am I hoping to achieve? I am hoping to work on some interpersonal skills, namely the fact that I often give off the impression of being unfriendly or unapproachable, particularly when people first meet me. That tends to be a first impression that people have. Usually, when people get to know me better, they know that that's not the case at all. But it is this enduring first impression that I tend to have, and I've gotten a lot of feedback about it. And it's been really frustrating because that's not at all how I feel about people or how I want to present myself to the world. I'm someone who really likes people and wants to have deep connections with people. So the idea that people perceive me as unfriendly is definitely not what I'm looking for. The reason I think that this is an issue for me, well, I'm quite positive that this is an issue for me because I'm someone who has a lot of anxiety. And as you may or may not know, people that have anxiety tend to be a bit more guarded, tend to approach the world with a bit more reserve. And I think that's what people are seeing. They are seeing me approaching situations with reserve, and they're seeing these walls, and rather than recognizing these walls as being something that can be broken down as I warm up to someone, they see them as impenetrable, when that is not at all the case. So I'm hoping to go to the forum, and I'm hoping, if nothing else, to learn a little bit more about the specific body languages or body language that I'm using that is giving off this impression, such that I can correct behaviors. Or even better, to really kind of get to the root of my anxiety and find a way to correct it. Easier said than done. This is something I've been carrying around for most of my 41 years. The way I look at it, worst case scenario, I will be out the 500 some dollars that I paid for the course, in addition to the hotel and the gas that I pay to get there. But best case scenario, I might really have some real change. You might ask, well, why are you doing it this way? Why haven't you tried another way? Well, I have actually. I've tried, and it's been a source of frustration to want something, to want to come across as friendly, to want to come across as approachable and open, and to continue to not give off that impression. There have actually been times where I've gone into social situations with the goal in mind to be really open and to exude this openness and friendliness. And at the end of the evening, I've congratulated myself on what I see as success, only to have someone come up to me and say that they thought that I seemed sad or angry or annoyed, and that their impression was not friendly and open. what to do with that, other than be frustrated and hope that you can come up with a better way. So that is, in fact, what I'm going to do. I'm going to attend the forum, and then afterward, I'm going to report back to you what I thought of it and any changes that I noticed, and also report back if I hate it. I am going into it with a positive attitude, but I'm open for all possibilities, good or bad. So I'll let you know. Thanks.